How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. Got here, this is Darklon, the Mystic, issue 1 for Pacific Comics. It's like 83. If you go back and look at older stuff on my channel, I did a 2-part video on my collection of Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, which was the first thing to come out of Pacific. That was a Jack Kirby creation. Now this is, I knew the name Darklon the Mystic. Didn't know why. I got this in a random lot. Now $2 or $2.50 in Canada. Nice cover. Now I flip it open and I found out Darklon is Jim Starlin. And what this is reprinting in color most of the Darklon stuff from Warren, who did Creepy and Eerie and Vampirella, and I think Famous Monsters of Filmland was Warren. They did 1984, 1994, a lot of stuff. And this is, I love Jim Starlin stuff. He always has written, and this is like Beware Darklon the Mystic. Look at this nice color. The color's good on it. It's good paper. Now, I have not read this yet. I got so many comics I need to read, but I thought, this is one I never heard anybody talking about. So I said, I'll do a little video on it. I like the black page. You know, that kind of sets it off, makes it look different. I wonder if that costs more than just the white, or does it just get colored? And I have, a couple of different stories. This is Darklon the Mystic and the price. And I've always wondered, because I know in the third Breed miniseries, Jim Starlin brings back some of his older creations, like I'm pretty sure Dreadstar shows up. Does Darklon show up? I always wondered. Look at that. That's a neat looking piece. It kind of reminds me of Warlord from DC Comics. Some really cool looking stuff, I mean, good art. Here's some, here, Captain Victory and the Galactic. This is a special issue series. Getting near the end of that run. And then Silver Star, which I gotta get. It's 6 issues still. Vanguard Illustrated, which was, if I remember, it was kind of like their sci-fi anthology. Or were they already doing Alien Worlds, Alien Encounters? I don't remember. I don't know a lot about Pacific. When this stuff was coming out, I was not hitting comic shops so much, so I didn't see a lot. And this, we got Darklon the Mystic and Retribution. There's the cover image. Look at that. It's just so cool looking. This is a character I'd like to see more of, Does this have a mature readers? It does not say mature readers. Okay. I was just making sure. There's some gore in it. And, the gore probably wasn't as graphic in Creepier Area. It's one of the two. I don't think this was an 94 book. 1984, 1994 was Warren's, basically their attempted heavy metal. If you know what heavy metal is, the comic magazine, Metal Horant is what it's called in France. Is their attempt at it? It's good, 84, 94, but it's not as good. Even though there's a really good one about, it's basically Harlan Ellison at a convention being a jackass. And we got, Who Waits in Shadow? There's some, Jim Starlin's such a great creator. And, nowadays, what's he best known for? Thanos, Adam Warlock, especially with the Infinity War and all this shit going on. He's known for that, even though he's done other. Breed is just a great, I need to do Breed one time. Duel. This is really, I had a couple in that random lot of comics I got this, and there was another one that was Pacific Comic, and it was kind of like this, like reprint some old Warren stuff. And then we get, look at this, Gru the Wanderer, issue 5. Wow, been out for a while. Jeff Jones, Ravens and Rainbows. I think that's the other one I got. Here we go. Bold Adventure presents Time Force. Let's see. Time Force, The Weird Ain't, and Anaconda. That's Bob McLeod, Rudy Nebres, and Trevor Von Eden. Pacific put out some really cool stuff, and I've never heard exactly why they went under, maybe money issues, because they were a distributor, and then they, Captain Victory. Now, my understanding is Captain Victory did well for a while. Matter of fact, some of the early Neil Adams continuity stuff came out through Pacific. Miss Mystic. Is there any others? I'm sure there's some others I can't think. And basically, Pacific also, Star Slayer, I think, was from Pacific. Some of the early Rocketeer stuff. Some of the early, if not the very first Rocketeer, some of the early stuff. A Gru. Just all kinds. There's one of them little independents that you don't hear much about now. And there's stuff, none of it really has any value. I'm sure like the first issue of Captain Victory and Mint might be, you know, a $5 comic, but Most of these I've gotten out of cheap bins. Because I'm interested in the history of independent comics like in the 70s and 80s. Especially, even into the 90s, but the 90s I'm going for stuff you didn't hear about, you know, because there was so much back then. But this is one really cool. I'd like to have, you know, maybe take off that and just have this be a poster, because that is a really neat image. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all that other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.